The most primitive thing in the nature, the roots of the trees, so that we can make some connections.
Was inspired. We wanted to include built and open spaces and integrate the whole form in such a way that we would not only have the interior, the spaces of the interior, as well as we'll have the open spaces integrated into our building. So it was more or less an effort to bring the open spaces within the built form and create an amalgamation of the two.
Of course it will. It's energy efficient, it looks good, it's aesthetic. I can stick my neck out and say it's going to be the best design, the best prototype of housing ever.
Basically, the inspiration was that we were given a site, for example, to revive the elements of life around the site. For example, there's a lake, there's a dump yard there. The lake is converted to a dump yard. Our inspiration was to revive the ecology around the site, and how what we are creating, how it can help the ecology around, basically. And also the construction process, how new construction process can speed up the activities around all of this.
Yeah, there's a lot of difference. Currently we use generally brick and RC structures, but what we are using MS portal frames. It's a much faster and quicker way of construction. Yeah, prefab structures we are using. So the construction time is less, the labor cost is less, and the homes are, and it's environment friendly. And the structure is, it's very feasible for today's time, in a booming time when the construction cost is going high. So this use of material will cut down the construction cost.
We have proposed this because we estimated that in the future, it's housing for the future. So in the future, the urbanization is happening at such a fast rate that people cannot really wait for the slow construction process that is being used right now. So it's a much quicker way. It's much cheaper. So definitely, it's going to help.
Our inspiration was fluidity. Like human beings are more comfortable with the natural forms, the fluid forms, and everything is not rigid in nature. So keeping that as an inspiration and also maximizing the number of dwellers, which is a need for the future.
Okay. Right now what the future demands is to maximize the population, and as such there is a lot of class disparity coming up with the present housing pattern. So we wanted to have a very socially interactive place, at the same time maximum number of people coming up in the same site. That was the main motive of our housing project.
Okay. Only when we look at the problems of the past and we look at the pros and cons of the existing structures, then only we can go up to the future prospects of designing. Without that, it's not possible.
Okay.
Firstly, we laid emphasis on increasing the interaction in the society and reducing the disparity between classes. And the main emphasis was on increasing the dwellers. Like in India, the population is exploding like anything. And to keep them all in a place like in India, so we have to design something which is futuristic and without a social disparity between them.
We have tried to increase the interaction at every level. Like now you see more of nuclear family coming up, whereas earlier people used to live together. So because of that, people are becoming separated. So we have tried to make a system which is, inward looking, and in the corridors also there are places for interaction. When you come to a unit, generally the balcony is given in a bedroom, but we have given the living room and the balcony in the center so as to increase the interaction between the family members. So I think the main problem of future will be like people separating out and less interaction.